One of the main reasons I developed a coaching program is because it is a family disease, and there's always so much emphasis on the alcoholic. Everyone always looks at what they're doing, what they're saying, their gaslighting, or what level of addiction that they're in. And the thing is, so many people, send them to detox or rehab or counseling or sober living facility or some concentrated thing for the alcoholic. The thing is, it's a family disease. You can't just work on the alcoholic, have them go back into their own environment, and everything's going to be hunky dory, because that's not how it works. The family has to be up to speed. They have to understand what's going on with the alcoholic in their family. They have to understand what level of addiction their alcoholic is in. Is it stage 2, stage 3? Hopefully not stage 4. Most alcoholics tend to be late stage 2, stage 3 is where most people stand. And I go into that heavily in my coaching program. So it's important that the family is educated so that it can become we are going to get through this together, rather than you go fix yourself, come back into life, and we'll accept you when we deemed proper. That's not how it works. And unless the family is healed themselves and understands their own culpability, their own codependency, and sometimes they're enabling strategies and understanding what's going on with them so that it doesn't repeat itself. Okay, you don't want it to repeat itself, because then you're just all going to go down the same road, have the same frustrations, and ultimately not have success. And again, if this is the first time you're seeing me, well, I was married to an alcoholic for 25 years, and unfortunately my wife passed away 4.5 years ago, and I went through every level of addiction with her. It was very harrowing experience as a family member, and very difficult, obviously, for my wife. Unfortunately, you learn a lot of things along the way, and a lot of my page is about her stories and her failures. And so all we can do is learn from our failures. We can't help the people who are no longer here. We can only help the living by exploring the problems and the situations and the education that we got from the people who maybe weren't successful, but we can learn from them to help other people and make other people have happier, more productive, and more fulfilling lives. The coaching program itself came about because I did, in 2022 and 23, I did about 65 podcasts in 9 different countries. I mean, South Africa, United States, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, France, England, Scotland, Ireland, Finland, to name a few. And what happened is a lot of people wanted to work with me one-on-one, so I had to develop a coaching program. I got together with other counselors, psychiatrists, and certainly my 25 years of experience. And it's not just designed for the alcoholic, it's also designed for their family. So the alcoholic can go through the program, and so can the family, so that they have an understanding of what's going on with their loved one, and really be able to pinpoint what direction to go, because first you need to identify what level of addict the alcoholic is in your family, and understanding your own emotions as a family member and your own culpability in this whole circle of family addiction. It's also important to understand when things like intervention are appropriate, or medications, being available to use all the tools that are available, like naltrexone, Antabuse. There's many medications. Those are all tools. I never advocate to take a drug and you're going to be okay. You're going to get through this alcoholism. It's a behavioral issue, and everybody involved in the alcoholic's life has to understand that behavior and support it when the alcoholic has decided that they want to change their life. And ultimately, it's about reinventing oneself. It's about getting out of your comfort zone, working on yourself physically, emotionally, spiritually, whatever which way works for you, whatever is your personality. There's no two people that are alike, but we work on your strengths. And if that means getting out of your bubble, moving, getting new friends, getting in a different situation, getting a different job, getting a different career, if that means that ending relationships, sometimes you can't be around people who are a drink, being aware of your habits. Maybe if you drive by a particular store where you used to buy alcohol, go around that, go a different route. Simple things like that, reinventing your life. And that's what we do in the coaching program. And really, the last thing I want to say is, what are you going to do if you don't get involved with a one-on-one counselor who's going to hold you accountable and train your family. What else are you going to do? I mean, rehabs, sober living facilities, these are good for some people, but if you want an experienced one-on-one counselor, someone who's lived this over and over and over again, again, I would seriously click on the link above, schedule a breakthrough call. The call itself takes about 45 minutes to an hour. We do a deep dive into what's going on with you and your life and your family. Bring your family members if you deem necessary, if it's a husband and wife, parents, children, parents, whatever the situation. Bring your family, or at least later on, where they're going to definitely be part of the conversation, because it's a family disease. Click on the link, schedule a call, and again, we go over in detail what's going on with you. I'll go over the program. There's a couple different steps. It takes about 8 weeks, 9 weeks, and I'm with you as long as you need to be. But you will have an accountability partner who will keep you in line. And again, I hope that helps. The program, the call is free. The program definitely is not. And first thing I want to do is meet you and make sure I have a motivated person, because I want people who are ready to change their lives and the lives of their children. And we'll go over pricing once you get inside. And again, thanks so much for listening.